Yo. How about this title, though? Is the title part of an ARG? No. I just... The only parts of it that are an actual real acronym are the first two. Well, I guess the others exist, but I just started typing two-letter acronyms after that. Also, hello. Yeah, it's a secret password. You have to figure out what they all mean, and then I get naked on stream and get banned. That's the secret that I'm not supposed to say. Have you played the Multiversus game yet? I played a little bit. It's alright. It's a decent time. What is that face? It's a me. That's an M2K emote. Holy shit. I don't know if I've ever seen an M2K emote. You have not? Okay. Relax. I didn't mean it like that, I just meant like... I don't know. I suppose it's also that I'm not really looking at a chat during a Melee event, to be fair. Where they're probably more likely to be spammed. So, yeah, okay. That's fair. You heard me. So I just saw this while I was in the beginning of stream thing, right? LeBron is coming to Multiversus. Oh, crazy. But then I screenshotted it in case Twitter would update, which it did because it's dumb. On trending, there was post-mortem sperm retrieval is turning dead men into fathers. I'm sorry. What? Huh? It was a real thing. We've all been there? True. Yeah. How does that... I mean, they're not in there living for too long. Because there's a difference between if you donated and froze it or whatever before you died. But this is specifically saying post-dead retrieval. How the hell? They using some fucking electric shock to get the balls cooking? Like, what's going on? By Abe Lincoln? That'd be hype. That'd be kind of hype. I imagine there is some limit of time period, but, you know. Who would be... Dude, how would you... Imagine if you could get it from, like, any amount of dead as long as they... No, that doesn't even make sense. They take out that shit. We gotta click this channel. Wait a second. Multi-million-dollar idea. We get celebrities who agree to post-mortem sell their sperm, and their super fans that are women will pay exorbitant amounts of money to to be impregnated by said post-mortem sperm. And that money goes to the celebrities' children and such. Not these ones, but their own raised ones. Wait. Alright, hold on. It's a little complicated. All I'm saying is, there's an opportunity. Then you get crypto involved, and all of a sudden you're moving. Fucking crypto. NFT of Brad Pitt's dead post-mortem sperm? Whoa! So glad NFTs have started dying off. I don't know if you have money in crypto, but I would love to see everyone get fucking owned. And that shit go to zero. Insane. Dude, imagine the copium levels that would be all over the internet. I mean, they already were happening whenever there's a big dip, but still. It'd be pretty damn funny. Or nothing pretty soon. It's pretty obvious that they are not worth anything. There's been, I'm trying to remember some specific ones, but I'm bad at memorizing things because I don't care enough, but there's been a couple that have like tried to resell ones that have sold for like multi-millions, and then they've tried to resell it and it goes for like $200. Yeah, the coins will definitely last longer than NFTs. I'm with you on that. I agree with that. That analysis. I think one of them might have been the first tweet ever or something was like made into an NFT and sold for a bazillion million, and then did an auction for it, and like the highest auction was like 600 something, I don't know. But there's been a couple examples of that happening. I just don't remember what the actual image was, because so, you know, in my mind that's going to happen to all of them, so I don't actually bother to remember what the initial image was in the first place, because it's always the same story. I don't know. Pretty good though. First YouTube vid was one? I'd believe it. I'd believe it. I mean, I feel like anyone with a brain that had it explained to them properly immediately knew it was not even a chance of being real, so that, or something that made sense to buy. It's just it's on the blockchain. Oh hey, it's back. Back in the trending spot. I don't do I click this? Hold on. Alright. Now that we're here, we're already in, so we might as well. Aw, why'd they gotta make it sad? Why did they have to make it sad? In Israel, slain soldiers are becoming dads thanks to a technique called post-mortem sperm retrieval. Come on, we were having a good time. What are we? We were having a fun time, and all. Now, I shouldn't be scrolling. That's dangerous. Scrolling is dangerous. That's mad weird. I mean, I'm scrolling, but I'm not gonna scroll live, showing it. It's actually just the same article linked by like 10 different people tweeting it. It's nothing actually changed though. I scrolled to the bottom and it kind of ended. I'm up to date. Yeah. I can understand the idea. You're married to your Israeli soldier Chad boy. He goes to war. You were hoping to have kids. He died. Now you still have a chance to have a child with them. But from a surface level, it's weird. But you know, I can paint a situation where it makes sense. Ready? It's open. I went all the way down. There's nothing else more. There's nothing more. See? He does a war, exactly. We do a little bit of genocide on Pakistanis. We do a little bit of that, a little bit of this. A little bit of trolling. I still don't know how that... I'm kind of interested to know how it works. It's just weird, right? It's just interesting. Let me briefly scroll this article and see if it says anything. I feel like it's not really going to talk about how the process works and more like a couple of personal anecdotes of sad stories of like a soldier going to war and then they did it in Israel and stuff and blah blah blah. Okay, alright, there's a little bit of a weird one here. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here's where we get into the meat and potatoes. After a man dies, his sperm cells live up to 72 hours and can be retrieved with an incision to the testicle, then frozen. We checked with legal and medical authorities and went ahead. Today it is becoming routine. If you don't want to have a child and want to leave one, we can give that to your wife or parents. Routine may overstate it. There are a dozen few children like Veronica. Military practice of post-mortem sperm retrieval is not a familiar topic in Israel, even if it's rare everywhere else. It gets messy though. In one case, parents wanted to use their son's sperm, but his widow, after initially agreeing, remarried and had kids with her new husband. She blocked the parents from doing anything with the sperm, arguing that the dead man wouldn't have wanted to have a child with anyone but her. Oh, Jesus. The Supreme Court sided with the widow in 2017. Unfortunately, I cannot find a legal way to approve of the use of the deceased sperm without the consent of the person who was with the wife at the time of his death. I mean, kind of fair. Kind of fair. Like, how else are they... Though, also, what are they gonna do with it? At this point, like the parents, are they gonna? I guess they could maybe pay some random surrogate lady to carry a child with their dead son's sperm. What a crazy scenario. Grandma, Grandpa, where did I come from? Well, you see, we had your dad's stuff cut out of his balls, put it in a freezer, injected it into a lady that we paid, And then she popped you out, and now you're here. With no dad or mom, really. Now you're just our son, basically, but also actually a grandchild, and it's a little weird. Like, alright, well, a little strange. Wait. Did they actually... Hold on. Maybe didn't they actually do what I just said? When parents of a dead soldier go on Facebook or TV seeking a mother of their future grandkid, not only a surrogate but also a kind of daughter-in-law who will raise the child, the response can be overwhelming. Huh? Hundreds of women volunteer in the display of national solidarity? What a twist. I did not expect that. That's the exact opposite of what I thought would happen. I thought everyone would be like, no, unless you pay me. Like, yeah, like, what are these people? Are they trying to practice their pregnant matchup? Like, I don't understand. You know what? Okay, here's a picture that we can paint. Okay, what is that subreddit called? Okay, so we're aware of what incels are. There are female incels, right? But there's like a subreddit that I've seen specifically before. I wish I could remember what it was, but it's insane. These insane women that literally don't even know how to describe them besides like female incels or something. But I don't even think they would go do this though, because they'd be like, well, I want my real man. I don't want some dead man because that's not manly. Like, I take it back. I don't know a scenario where why would hundreds of women volunteer? Also, hi RPB. Trying to find... That's what it's called. Female dating strategy. What a name for a subreddit. Did this subreddit get banned? No, it exists still. So there's this subreddit called Female Dating Strategy. Incoming, my account will be banned. I'm pulling it up. Just in the other screen in case for some reason. I don't know. You never know. I don't know what these people are. Huh? Alright, let me do like a top post in the past week. Okay, a little bit longer. Past month. Okay, let me see. What a title. The Rise of Gen Z Celibacy, Patreon exclusive. Okay. A lot of women who are disillusioned with hookups are deciding to go celibate. The media is starting to notice. I think this will become much more common given the recent... Well, yeah, okay. Roe v. Wade. Alright, sure. This is not the kind of thing I'm looking for. I'm looking for the ones where they post a, like, Tinder post, and then everyone gives the most insane response advice ever. Give me a zoom here. Give me a zoom. Give me a zoom. I mean, this is a bunch of people saying they're celibate, which is, I mean, I guess. But this is not what I'm looking. Nothing good yet. I haven't found a good one. I maybe this isn't the right subreddit. I feel like it used to be full of people posting like Tinder screenshots and then having the most insane, typical Reddit kind of things. Insane responses of advice, like relationship advice, subreddit, or fucking am I the asshole post. Oh god, those are so good. Except for the ones that are obviously fake. Alright. Let me see if I can find one. Do they not allow some screenshots anymore? Hold on, alright. We gotta back it up. Give me some of the real cringe stuff. We're just tangenting. Oh, okay. You got the info now, I see. There is still the subreddit, but maybe it's been like gutted. Mayhaps. Dude, it's crazy how bad Chrome is. Just sent you some wild shit. What, was it a weird color than normal? Oh. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. Howard Stern, they did an even worse. Butter. If anything, this is on the tame side. And you think that's bad? Dude, they did one? You might not even believe this. They did the same people. And I can't even believe it. It doesn't even feel real saying out loud. Men with the tiniest dick competition. And they would just actually stand there naked. It was crazy. I've seen clips. It's insane. It's nuts. And they like rate each one, like, oh, that's not so bad, or the ooh. And then they ask them questions. Does it stay that size when you know, or does it get to normal size? I'm like, no, it goes normal. He's like, all right. I mean, you could work with that at least. Just like nuts. Absolutely nuts. All right, hold on. Let me go here for a second. We want to find a good one. I feel like I used to see them all the time, so maybe there has been a bit of a culling of the subreddit. You win without dropping his set. I don't really remember if it was an actual competition or if it was just kind of like they would bring on one at a time and then talk with them about it while they're standing there naked. I don't know how the fuck they convinced those guys to do that. But they did. Somehow. I don't remember. It was so long ago that I don't remember the details. I'm not confident enough to say one or the other. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Not happening. So the subreddit still exists, but I'm not pulling it up. That's not happening. That's not happening. Imagine if I did though. What? It's art. It's art. You could. It's fun. It's on YouTube. Oh, hold on. I may have some here. Right, hold on. We may have some action. Not of the penises. Get your mind out of the gutter. About the FDS thing. There's a hot tub right behind him. Yeah. This post about new Reddit's so ass. Old Reddit all day, please. They make fun of men who are passionate about physical fitness despite demanding men to be fit. What are all the gym lads gonna do now that their personality is gone? If we're not fucking, I don't want to cuddle. If you're not taking me out, I don't want to see you. They unironically supported forced vasectomy. Post's bill requiring men have vasectomies at 50. You have to... And are the comments all like, yes, queen? Wait a second, am I starting to go down like a rabbit hole where I'm gonna all of a sudden be an alt-right like pathway here? I'm all for this bill, but start snipping at 40. I can't even tell you how many loser guys over 50 I talked to on a dating site I was on back in my late 40s who had young kids. Apparently, they selfishly sailed through life pursuing their interest and career, and then in their late 40s realized they hadn't left any of their oh-so-special DNA behind and got themselves a young wife and spit out 2 or 3 kids. Now here they were at 53, 4, 5 on a dating site, wondering why women in their 40s, 50s had no desire to date them. They do know it takes 2 people to have sex, right? Am I missing something? I feel like... Anyway. They think men who aren't immediately pushing for sex must have some weird looking or dysfunctional penises. They think men will always treat women in their present exactly like women in their past and shouldn't be given any amount of time to decide if they want a serious relationship? What? This guy stated he took a long time to decide if he liked someone. He also revealed to me he left his girlfriend of 2.5 years and upset her family in the process, who probably thought they were going to get married. Right there is when I should have stopped even caring what he said, because he basically telling me with those pieces of information he was most likely not gonna get serious with me. If a guy says he takes a while to decide, or if let's see where things go, do not fall for it. It's a tactic. What he means is he knows he's not really into you, but will continue to date you and string you along. Men know pretty much straight away if they like a girl or do not. Do not fall for let's see where things go. Also pay very close attention to what he says about his previous relationship. If he wasted her time, he will do the same to you. Stop saying that's right. Funny thing is, they often include this on their dating profile. You on the first, yeah, because you're yeah, that's a you know what? You know what? I apologize. You're right. Obviously, you know within a week that you're going to marry someone or not. It's just, you know how you would live together, their habits when living in the same space as you, any weird quirks they may have that would just not come up for a while, their opinions and preferences and raising a child, vaccines. I'm sure that's gonna come up within the first week. That's like a nightmare scenario. All of a sudden, you find out as you're about to start to lock things down. Oh, I would never give my child the vaccinations. And that's only gotten worse because of COVID. Now there's even more people that are crazy. Before, people just used to get their children vaccinated, besides like the autism people that think it causes autism. That's what I meant by autistic. Not actually autistic people, people that thinks it causes autism. And then, but now they're like, wait a second. Not because of the COVID everything stuff. They're like, wait. No vaccinations at all now. But smallpox, we fixed it. What? Huh? They think men have nothing to offer except money and attractiveness. I mean, this is what a lot of how men are treated as, to be fair. Like, that's actually kind of a social truth that is treated that way. It shouldn't be that way, but it is kind of true that that is how people treat it. It's a little fucked up. Where's the lie? I'd say if they're ugly, they won't cheat or take you for granted, but that ain't true. Nothing more narcissistic like a homely guy with a gorgeous woman. They think they're the hot one, and they're not. What do you bring to the table, though? Crazy? Okay. They think that small penises aren't normal, are useless in bed, and women shouldn't be with a man who has one. Well, how small are we talking? Men are the fucking worst. Trashy, overly sexual, disrespectful as garbage. Too timid, intellectually brain dead, boring, uncreative and lack curiosity, unattractive, shit at sex, and negligent. I feel like this is just the one person describing a very bad person and somehow just applying it to everybody. Okay, hold on. The title of this being breaking news is pretty funny. Being single is better than being with most men. Most men are intellectually brain dead. I know like 2 guys that actually read books that aren't manga. Right, I forgot. Only reading means that you have any form of intelligence. Most guys are bored would rather play Red Dead until their balls develop bed sores rather than getting out and going on adventures. I haven't played Red Dead 2. I have developed ball bed sores while playing a video game. I actually haven't. I'm just saying that. Please. I don't even know how would that even work. Is that even possible? You would get bed sores in like everywhere else before you would get it in your balls. Unless you're sitting on your balls have sagged that they are under your body. I mean, Most guys are uncreative and lack curiosity. Right, I forgot. Vincent van Gogh, all of the famous artists, Michelangelo, the Ninja Turtles, we all know of them. They're so uncreative. You're totally right. You're totally right. Although they are saying most guys. So they're not saying, you know, those ones are outliers, though. They'd rather go to Vegas every year than travel to other cultures. I don't think I would really ever be that interested in going to Vegas, to be fair. Actually, I'm different, ladies. I don't want to go to Vegas. These people that are describing feel like they're just describing like some sort of stereotyped jock frat guy person. I don't are there people that probably check these boxes? Probably, but like most guys would leave you for someone hotter if they could, because they think they deserve a supermodel. Well, but you already said that they're leaving you for a hotter person in the scenario. Whether they deserve it or not, if the opportunity is given. Granted that you're not in my marriage-ship. Look, I'm just saying. If there was a scenario where there weren't any ties already set, and they had a choice, they may choose someone hotter. I don't see why that's a crazy statement to make. Most guys aren't even that attractive. Are you just a lesbian? Is that what you're saying? What does that mean? See, they get away with it because they just say most guys, and then that way they can point to like Chris Hemsworth, and then just be like, that guy though. That's like a 1 in a bazillion, gorillion, more billion chance. That dude, you ain't getting that thing. You ain't getting that guy. Men are allowed to cheat. Most guys are shit at sex. Absolutely couldn't give a fuck if you have a good time or not. Most dads are negligent, not in their kids' lives, or are only doing it because they have to. I'm saying... I'm excited for the comments. Yes! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. I've been single from Jordan May 30s. I'm about to turn 40. I've never been happier. And reading this, unfortunately... Oh, right! This is an acronym they use. LVM. Do you want to know? Do you know what this stands for? I dealt with way too many LVMs. This is like one of their main phrases that they say when describing interactions with other men. Low value male. That's crazy, isn't it? If the perfect high value male comes along into my life, sure, that would be great, but I don't need one to make me whole. It's something. I was single for 5 years before meeting my fiance. I've been happy with a casual relationship, found men aren't even good for that. They either want to cuff you because they want to downgrade you to casual. They have no capacity to respect women that are casually dating. What does casually dating even mean? Like, isn't that... Like, what's the difference between casually dating and friends with benefits? Is there a difference? Casually dating sounds like you're not actually willing to be a couple. What does that even mean? Is casually dating you're just friends? Is that what that means? That's not dating, that's just being friends then. I don't understand. They either want you to... All the while, I saw my friends and family getting married to men I wouldn't even give a second date to. They would rationalize this in all kinds of ways. The mental gymnastics astounded me. Even before discovering FTS, I was already naturally high maintenance in question marks? I've been called high maintenance, high strung, a snob, a gold digger, men who would show their true colors to me quickly because I didn't entertain the cool girl thing. I think that I could have met an appropriate and compatible high value male if I had the resources and more to learn about psychology. I wouldn't get it. I don't get it. I'm not saying that I should get it. I don't actually get it. I don't get it. Alright, what's the next one? No, that was... They think men should be instantly in love with them. This is a trend that we're seeing. We saw this in another one, where they shouldn't have time to think about if they want to get into a relationship or something. Update, good morning. I had a change of heart. I'm not going to go over to blanks tonight because it's going to be torture. And I want to take care of myself and my heart. And any guy that isn't instantly in love with me is a big idiot and I don't need that energy in my life. Yes, girl. Oh my god. Hella friggin' proud of you, baby. That's a big power move. What? Oh, when you try to talk to a friend out of pick-me shit and it actually works. Okay. Last night was person's Valentine's Day. Galentine's Day, nice one. Nice typo. And the other two girls in this group chat stayed up late talking about life. Girl in pink and I were trying to talk to girl in purple out of going over to a guy who she's been crushing on for 4 years who never given her the time of day's house. We did, I mean, okay, whatever. I don't even have anything to say about this scenario. Wait, why are there so many? What is this? MGTOW? That's just like Magic the Gathering online, but then a W at the end. What does that mean? It's just about men and having... No comment. If we judge subs according to how they function. Anyway, there's a lot. Basically, you got a little bit of a taste. But honestly, I don't even think I found any good ones there. Anyway, back to the dead men's sperm. Let's talk about the real issues. I have like 2 spoonfuls left of this yogurt. Our nation's story for the night. Our main story for the night. If you play as LeBron in Multiversus, does that give you the pass? Main story for tonight. We have two people coming in for a discussion. If Hungry Box plays as LeBron, will he say it? And then have a post of him going like this. I threw up blood. They said it might be COVID. It's not. Of course it doesn't. That'd be like saying that for any fighting game character. And I really am going down the pipeline. I'm talking about the N-word? Jeez. Hbox escorts him out after saying it. It is funny that he said escorted myself out. Made it sound so much more official. Dude, you just walked out. I have to say, I was pretty disappointed that he did. Not that he left. I'm glad he left, but he did that in the first place is kind of insane. Read the room, Juan. What the hell? Read the damn room. COVID is not over. You can't just be throwing up blood and then throwing up blood. I don't even think I could do it. I knew if I did enough of like a curled move and this that it would be understood what I was going for. Yeah, people definitely don't want whatever the hell he had. Okay. Should I actually play a video game? That's a question we could have. That was a fun time, though. Dude, I was getting a little bit onto the edge of sounding a little bit too white male there. Definitely could get some out of context clips in there for sure. Definitely could get some juicy ones. Especially the Pakistan one. That would be a bad one. Right-wing streamer. Chicken wing. Chicken dance. No video games, only eating granola. Yes, honey. What is TikTok's viral pink sauce, and why does it make everyone want to puke? I'm not doing it. I'm not going into there. I'm not going into there. It's gonna be something dumb. I'm not giving TikTok that credit. It's gonna be something dumb. Pink sauce scandal? You already know? News alert, news alert. Ugh. You know what? You know what? At first, I was like, okay, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of LeBron being in the game. I think it's kind of whack. But what's more offensive than anything else? It's time to team up with the goat emoji? Your goat emoji in LeBron? I don't know about that one. Look. I'm contractually obligated as a member of Massachusetts to hate on LeBron. It's just I have to do that. If I don't do that, they kick you out of the state. It's just you have to do it. Plus, the only good thing LeBron has done is the existence of this GIF. That's the best thing LeBron has ever contributed. LeBron's a beater. Dude, such an amazing moment in history. The lady is selling ranch dressing with food coloring in it, but not refrigerating it. The ingredients nutrition label was wrong. It had typos. Packages were bubble wrap. Had dairy in them and weren't refrigerated, and people were opening nasty bottles. She shut down FDA. She has yet to ever say what it tastes like, and she just dumps it on everything in her TikToks. Well, if it didn't get people sick and whatnot, well, but wait, so she dumps it on stuff, and then what happens in the TikToks? Like, why are people then buying it? Why are people buying it after the fact? How do you convince? I had the idea if you like then like did some editing shit to make it be like, oh, 2 seconds later it turned into a bed of flowers. I don't know. Support mom business. It's pink. What are you gonna do pink goo? What do you need pink goo for? If it doesn't do anything, there has to be some aspect. I think that's the aspect we're missing. Where I'm gonna assume it was done in some way that made it seem appealing in some fashion. But honestly, besides the fact that she's making people sick, if that part didn't happen, kind of a business mogul. You know, not necessarily the most moral play or ethical thing, but I mean, she did make it happen. She's like, it's so good. So she would just eat it, is what you're saying. I see. It wasn't like pouring it on stuff. It was like, maybe he was pouring it on food and then like, yummy. Okay. Alright, I guess I could see that. I guess I could see that. It's probably just ranch. Ram ranch. Wait a second. We combine the pink stuff with the dead soldiers. Alright, too much. Too much. Too far. Too far. Too far. We don't need to. Come on. What am I doing? Alright. Shall I, I don't actually know what this Fall Guys event is involving. But could potentially do that. Could potentially do some Fallen Guys, which is what the FG stood for, by the way, in the title. Yeah, fuck it. A Godzilla skin would be kind of neat. I've sat around doing nothing for long enough, probably. Why not? It's still quite hot. It's still quite hot. Alright, the game has to update, so I'm letting it do that. It's still gonna be hot for like the next 3 days, dude. You gotta hit the gym? Damn right. Go do it. Go get huge. Make sure to think about those dead soldiers. Those dead soldiers, possible kids, will be rooting for you. No. No, why? You know what? Good play. You got me. You boomed me. In fact. Is it leg day or arm day or back day? Or butt day? No one does a specific butt day. That's leg day. Come on. GG's. Good match. GG's. Best of 5 next time. Best of 5 next time. Enjoy your weekend and evening. Squats and overhead press. Nice. Gotta love it. Where's my face? There it is. Peace. Go get huge. Go get huge. Oh, my neck is fucking killing me though. Dude, this download is slow. It's on an Ethernet connection? The hell? Yeah, we've been chatting for a while, RTB. As that is not, or is obvious, I don't know. But we've been chatting. We have been chatting. Ooh. I did play Multiversus for like an hour yesterday. Currently undefeated. No, undefeated in sets, I think. But have lost a match. Like a match within a set. On the ranked mode or whatever it's called. But it was duos and I was playing with. I don't know if I have enough money to unlock anyone or not, but it is free. Yeah, I streamed it on Wednesday. Oh, I don't think you were here Wednesday because you were doing your class, right? Your clay thingy. I might have the terminology wrong, but you were doing the thing with the thing, and the stuff and the things. But yeah, it's free. You had to like keep. You had to make a WB account, connect it to your Twitch, then sit in a stream for like an hour, and then you would get a Steam code. So I did that as part of Wednesday's stream, and then played a little bit. I have to close basically everything in order to play, but you know, waiting on this fucking movie. Waiting on this. Will they be releasing a Switch edition? I don't know. I think not, but I don't know for sure. Get the music paused. Your cat? Ah. I feel like that's all you ever tell me about your cats. Is when they throw up. The category. So this event started yesterday. It's loud, he yaks, and you can hear it across the condo. Ew. Gross. Alright, let's learn about this. Oh, why was the screen so bright? This isn't Godzilla. What the? All guys, Twitter. That's not Godzilla. I'm scrolling. If you want to... I'm scrolling. How is it? Godzilla is coming back to Fall Guys and with some friends. Godzilla will be smashing through the Fall Guys store from July 21st. But instead, it's the sun's out for your squad is ready challenge. So it is still an event, it's just not what I thought it was. It's still an event, I guess. Buy it. Wait a second. I didn't shit. Join a squad and play for some. Win squad celebration. Okay. Ah, here we go. That's the one. Alright. Okay. I guess this is happening. We're doing a bit of this. I need to grab tails and stuff. I wasn't sure if this was going to be a like I might switch to multiverses at some point. I might do this event for a while, I don't know. Where are the tails? Oh, there's the tails. Defense, defense. See the red one? Go this way, because he's gonna go this way. Hello, blue man. If I sit very still, no one will see me. That's bullshit. No, don't think so, buddy. Oh, now we're going this way. I don't think so. I don't think so. Nope. Nope. Not today. Not today. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, yellow team. Let's go, yellow team. How many weeks is your mosaic thing? Ooh-wee. 6 weeks, and this was the second week? Push your snowball through the snow to throw it to max size. I've never done this mode. Okay, so we're just pushing. Pushy penguins. You know, don't get in its way. You gotta push it through the snow piles. There you go. Trying to get out there quick. Going to the right, then go to the center. Go to the center. Go to the. Wait, isn't the center more? I guess they don't want you. Okay, guys, can we go to the center? Oh, get punched, get punched, get punched to the center. Alright, you know what? I guess I'm gonna do something else, because you guys are just being... Me and this red guy are fucking up the blue team. Meanwhile, our yellow team's getting off and getting to go off. Me and the red guy. Me and the red guy fucking with the blue team. Fantastic. 101%. That's how good we are. Yeah, I've never seen that level yet either. But, you know, no problem for me. Wait, so this is final round? Just like that? Oh shit, okay. Soccer, finally, I've never done this. This was in the game at the beginning. Never done it yet. Now the question is, do I go defense or do I go offense? I'm blue this time, that confused me. I'm used to being yellow. Okay, I'm playing some defensive, maybe. Okay, apparently not. But defense. How did he hit it so high? Oh, Saved by the Bell? Can you not dive? No, you can't dive it. Nice, I got a good push. Go help that guy. I'm gonna go on the offense with my bro here. Okay, okay. Look for a kick out. I don't think so. Keep it in the range. They're gonna go for a dive. Shoot it! Oh, okay, alright, good try. What a game of defense here. Alright, we still got these two back here. I'm a little scared. I gotta be a hero. I gotta block two at once. I'm gonna stand back. There's gonna be kicks. It's just me. It's just me. That's not in. That's not in. Okay, alright. We got one guy on offense and he goes all the way. What a champ. Hold the line, fellas. Hold the line. That's going in. Let's go! Let's go, team. Let's fucking go. We got saved by our little swingy thing once. Let's go, team. Hell yeah. Who was the guy that scored? Boom, look at all these points. Yes. Give it to me. Give it to me. Oh, I have to win 3 times? Speed champ? Nah. I'm mashing A. Feels peachy. Alright, we're back. Alright, let's see how much that actually gave me. Also, that was insanely quick, huh? Okay. Be in the air for a total of 60 seconds in any show. Reach the final round, yeah. Qualifies. So I just gotta keep playing. You gotta win 3 times. You gotta get to the final 6 times? That doesn't seem that undoable. Undoable? That seems doable. That seems doable. I mean, that was a solo squad scenario too. I would get some S's. Solo squad scenario. I liked the strat of running into the spinny, shooting me, and then I basically would run to the next one. That seemed to work when I only had one guy chasing. But I also like the just standing in the corner not doing anything. That kind of worked. So. Do I have a tail to start? Not. greens. See ya. We have an AFK guy? Oh, you have a tail too already. Alright, we're chilling. Oh, red guy's coming. Oh, I'm a red guy though. Get hammered. This guy's AFK and not moving. He thinks I'm chasing him. I'm actually just chilling with him out of the way of everything. I feel like everyone that I see already has what's needed. Alright, I'm good, I'm good. Any chasers? Any chasers? Everyone's got tails. Wait, but I already have a tail, but my team's losing. I mean, I just gotta stay in here, though. I just need my team to pick up the pace. Come on, red guy, you gotta get somebody. Overtime. Alright, we have 2. We have 2. We have 2. 5 seconds. Keep your 2. Keep your 2. Keep your 2. No! Why'd you go back down to 1? No! Red team! I had my tail the entire game. I could not have done anything better than what I did. Maybe at times I could have held someone else with a tail, but I mean, come on. I basically did all you needed to do. That's not on me. That's not on me. At the last second, too. We had like 2 or 3, and then that does seem to play. I mean, both games I've played like that, there'll be like one group that's just kind of always chasing each other, and then there's like 4 people with tails that just kind of sit in corners and don't get bothered. That's how it seems to be. Which I guess I'm okay with that, but it's a little strange. We can admit it's a little. We can admit it's a little. Right? I don't know. What do I know? I have a tail. Okay. I don't have a tail. I thought I had a tail. Okay, alright. Hello, tail man. What the? Alright, you juked me. You juked me. There's a guy coming up that way. I see you. Oh, get over here. You're gonna get... Oh, nice cut of the corner. I respect it. Son of a gun. What the? Yoink. No one's looking at me. No one's looking at me. People are looking at me. People are looking at me. Oh. Give me that back. Juked. I dove just to be airborne and we made it. A little spooky for a second. boop. We haven't done this one in this summer mode. Alright, top 2. I usually always end up hanging around the ramp. I don't know if that's the play or not, but where I usually end up. I guess that's where I'm going, because we have people here already. Get it! Dive! Nice. Alright, he'll get... Okay, dude. That's embarrassing. Oh, gold? Big gold, big gold. I'll go for the middle. Oh, it's gone. Heck. I'm waiting for an opportunity. I'll take the center one, sure, why not? I'll go up here. I got it, I got it, I got it. Oh, I hit my head. Thank you for covering me. Look at this one. Made it. Oh god. How the fuck did I miss that 3 times? Oh, I got bowed out. Any centers? Okay, I'll take that. 2 piece? A gold piece? Get there, get there! Huge. We have too many people in the center area. Okay, get one, get another. Let's go. Final round, baby. Final round, baby. Although it kind of stinks that if I won 3, then I still have to keep going because I have to make 6 finals, but... That's alright. I should see how long this event goes for, because I don't actually know how long it goes. I have no clue. What is this? Grab batteries with ZR to color tiles. Team with the most colored tiles. Huh. I feel like there's no way that we did this. Okay. So, okay, we have home-based tiles. You probably shouldn't do those first. Probably go for, well, maybe you should. Like, no one's gonna want to run all the way over here, surely. I'll walk to the middle. Give me a little bit of this. Okay, well, this is ridiculous. Good old RNG grabbing. Get juked. Get juked again. We're losing by so much. Why did that make me get pushed so far back? Of course it fucking grabs him. I mean, we no fucking chance. That game is miserable. The Foxtail feels a little bit better because you can kind of, but that one just feels like some fucking bullshit Mario Party style stuff. Any game where it's like holding, the tail is different because you don't actually hold it. Because if it's an item you hold and it just gets launched randomly, and then it just gets kind of, I don't know. You get stuck in a loop and it's not really that like interesting of a loop. There's not that much dodging that can be done because you're always slower. I mean, I made some decent jukes, but but then he was still like immediately caught back up. Like, all right, well. Seems like it always starts this way. I'm okay with it. It's the tail tag is more enjoyable than that last game was. And not just because I lost. Although tail tag, oh, well, they both have the problem of having to rely on, like, if you have a tail or a battery, you kind of can't do any extra than that. Why did that knock me down again? Protection. Dude, those were some nasty jukes. Slide this way. Thank you. Get juked. Get hammered off. You didn't get hammered off there? Okay. I body blocked it, made an insanely cool play, and it just didn't pay off. What's going on, guys? Somehow I get out of that without anything. Hide up game. Thank you. I mean, no one is near me. Sure. Sure, why not? Yeah, I think it always starts. The hiding under the hammer is fun. A little spooky though, because you're just a sitting duck. I think technically I've done this before, but not in the summer mode. Not in this summer event. There's multiple egg levels. I've done each of them once, I think. Yeah, I've done this one once. No, there's 3 different egg levels. Not the greatest spawn point. Go for the golden. Interesting. Okay, alright. Got a good collection of stuff. There's still more to grab, so might as well. Throw one over. This is actually the strat. Wait for it. I did pass one over. I'm pretty sure someone picked up on that. They were like, oh shit, that guy's smart. Okay. Pass over, pass over. course I'm the one he grabs. Get out of here. I'm chilling for a second. Yellow is struggling. Oh. Alright. This guy's holding some defense down there. I can respect that. Oh, he threw it! Okay, you know what? He's kind of smart. Nice. How did that not grab? Excuse me? Why did you grab me, you long-necked piece of shit? Always this samurai outfit, motherfucker. We're still winning, so as long as we just hold these red guys. Fuck you. That's right. That's right, baby. I'm excellent. Aha, get it? Is that the thing with the thing and stuff? Ooh. The hell is it? Oh, it's basketball. We're playing basketball. We want that basketball. Or you go the other way. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. Like Mike. Fucking classic. Under the bridge. Throw it forward. Thank you. Okay, that didn't really make a lot of sense, but alright. No one has scored? That seems... Okay, they scored one. Mind me. I don't think there's anyone chasing me. Okay, that counted. I wasn't sure if that would work or not. Nice. Honestly, dying with it to go back to the spawn seems kind of good. He's gonna try to tie it. Oh, he messed up! Oh my god, what a choke by that guy. Holy shit. I do like the strat of literally just jumping in the hoop though. That seemed to work pretty decent. Respawns you with a ball too. That's a trick for the future. The other level would be if you actually had people on mic and you'd be like, I'm gonna score, someone go to spawn spot, and then they could throw it towards you. That would be the other next level strat. Look, all I'm saying is the sports games I've won in the finals. Volleyball, soccer, and then basketball. Just saying. I'm just saying. Basketball. Alright, so I have to reach the finals 3 more times and get 1 more win. And honestly, those are kind of, will average each other out, I would think, maybe. I am interested in a stretch time, perhaps, though. Much easier event than the last one. Say that much. Much easier event. Blue team. That was a little fake out action. Hello, boys. Alright, I mean, I guess you could just let me take it. That's fine, too. Get juked? See ya. Guy's still chasing, huh? Oh. I got no one chasing. I'll chill with this blue guy. There's a green guy coming. Oh, that guy also had nothing. Blue guy! Is this guy? Everyone has tails here? Nope, not those guys. So weird. Seconds. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Green and yellow. We're chill, dog. We're chill. Green and yellow. Good. They have to decide one. We're good. We're good. We're good. See, that was one of those ones where I like didn't have to actually do anything. Seems to happen. I think, like I said, I think it ends up being like a small group that keep chasing each other, sort of thing. I'm fine with it though. This one is a little bit more stressful. There's a little bit more offense defense because everything's much closer together. Doing a little bit of throw strats here. Someone's picking up on it. Yeah, this guy's picking up on it. Dude, I fucking just carried that shit. Come on. That was insane. Nice. And they're distracted. They're going for the other pit. Good shit. Good shit. I'll just we'll play. We're destroying. Just don't look interesting. Don't look interesting. Oh, this poor blue team. Look at this guy in the middle. He's like, oh, he's just depressed. I don't even blame him. Hey. Mind your business. Mind your business. I gotta defend the edge here. Okay. Nope. 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 Oh, shit. The gold's worth more than the other one. And we got 20 seconds left. That's going back in. Playing defense and playing defense. You get absolutely fucking stomped, dude. Not get out. Defense wins championships, baby. Dude, I was tossing eggs at the beginning. You see that? But you know what? It was a team effort because Helmet Guy. I saw Helmet Guy pick on it, up on it, and then I think one other guy was picking up on it. That I was just fucking spin tossing that shit right over the shoulder. Sorry, right over the left shoulder. I mean, I didn't say right over the right shoulder. I said right over the shoulder. You know. That's definitely the more effective strat to start. Have a guy that's just running between that little smiley shape and picking up all the stuff that I throw for. What am I doing? First team to get completely jinxed. What does that mean? Don't get jinxed. So I don't want to get run into by people that are jinxed, I guess. I'm getting ran into by someone who's jinxed? I feel like I found a cheat code. No! I didn't know he was there. I didn't see him. We're losing? I gotta find me some blue boys. It's still a close game though. All that really matters is whoever gets the first 3 jinx, though. Oh, that was it. Well, time to shine? Eliminated? How did I not give it to that blue guy? What? Huh? Can we get a replay? I saw there was another teammate of mine, but one of us had to have given it to him, right? I don't know. Whatever. Something weird happened. Maybe because one of us gave it and then he like gave it to the other one. I don't know. There was some shenanigans there. I assume it's just you grab them, right? I imagine that's what it is. It doesn't transfer, you keep the jinx. Oh. Okay. That makes more sense. Because I was thinking that maybe like you just give it and then you have to have like the entire other team get jinxed at the same time, but that would actually take forever. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. That means I didn't think it was that serious, so I didn't realize that me getting hit was such a big deal. I thought it was like I can give it back and... Okay, that makes sense. Even though a large part of the beginning of the stream was like stretching and whatnot. Well, not stretching, chatting rather, which was a good time. It still means it's time. 1:42 on the clock. $1:42 on the clock. First ever full clear. I'm looking at some PIL shit and petition. No, we'll skip that. There's a 20-minute video. Not gonna do that. Maybe save that for another time. When ants domesticated fungi sounds kind of interesting. Is this a deep look scenario? No, it wouldn't have been. I would have. It's PBS Eons. PBS Eon. But first, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and refill my water and grab apple. So then when I come back, I can stretch right into the video and whatnot as well with the apple. But it looks like it's gonna be interesting. I mean, that title, PBS Eons when ants domesticated fungi. That's got my attention. But first, this.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible.
Hello. Dude, imagine being able to turn off the lights after you leave a room. Imagine having that crazy skill. I know it's so demanding. Must be so tough. Must be so fucking tough. Definitely not talking about anyone in particular or anything. Fucking he's not even in the house. The room with his computer's on. Both lights in the kitchen are on. He spilled some sort of brown sugar or something in the sink, which isn't that big of a deal, but like turn on the water. He's just letting it dry there and then get stuck in the sink, which he's already done once, and the first time it happened it's still stuck to the sink. He could have just turned on the faucet and let it rinse down. How can one man do so many things wrong? It's insane. It's just ridiculous. Wouldn't it be nice, of course? Yeah, exactly. Another one he's been doing, he keeps leaving the door open that goes to the basement. It's like there's like kind of a bit of like a area where we keep our shoes, and then it goes to the basement, and he's just been leaving that door open basically anytime he goes to put on shoes. That's a new one he decided to just start doing. He didn't do that before. Anyway, let's learn about ants domesticating fungi, shall we?
If you visit the tropical forests of
This is not loud enough for me. First of all, turn that fan off. It'll make it a little easier. I'm making this a little louder.
You might be lucky enough to
There we
spot
go.
a parade of leafcutter ants
There we go.
tirelessly carrying food back to their nests. But did you know that those ants aren't taking those leaf cuttings home to eat? Because I did
Wait.
not know that.
What? They're not?
The fact is, they physically can't survive on plant material. Instead, the ants use those leaves to feed the gardens of fungi that they grow in their colonies, which are their primary source of food. And
How
both
have
the
I never
age
been
and
taught
the
this?
sophistication of these little farms put our farms to shame. While we've been farming for around 10,000 to 12,000 years, the ancestors of these ants have been doing it for around 60 million years. And over
I'd believe that.
time, they've been through many of their own agricultural revolutions that have changed not just how they farm, but also the very biology of their fungi that they grow and the biology of the ants themselves. So when and how and why did ants start farming? It looks like the relationship between ants and fungi may have emerged from the ashes of a famous
Dinosaurs.
extinction event. Now these ants didn't
You have my
start out
attention.
as fungus farmers. For much of their history, they did what most ants still do today. They go out into the world and eat the things that they find, which also is how I go through life. But everything changed for them when they started farming. And this transition happened only once in the subgroup known as the Atini, because they're teeny
Okay.
ants. That's not why they call them that, actually. There are more than 250 species of these ants, all of them in the Western Hemisphere, and all of them fungus farmers. But not all of these
Western
Atini
Hemisphere.
ants farm the same way. Most practice what some researchers have called lower agriculture, the system with the least complex farms, which is thought to have been the first to evolve. In this system, the fungi aren't fully dependent on the ants. They're what are known as facultative symbionts. They can survive
That's a
without the
handful,
ants and
a
interbreed
mouthful,
with other
rather.
wild fungi. So they're not really fully domesticated.
Whoa,
And if they
it's
end
a
up
guy.
disappearing from the colony somehow, the ants can just replace them with wild versions of the cultivated fungi species. But other ants, including the leafcutters, practice higher agriculture. In these colonies, the fungi are obligate to
Higher
they're
agriculture,
completely
baby.
dependent on their ant farmers. They can't survive in the wild, and they can't interbreed with free-living fungi. They've been fully domesticated
That's kind of
by
cool.
ants, which I think is strange. But
That
just
is
like with
strange.
us, farming is even a part of the ants' culture, if you can call it that. Like when young queens of these ant species leave their families to start new colonies, they take a piece of the fungus with them to start their own gardens.
Oh, a fucking
passing these
start, a
strains down
yeast
from
starter.
queen to
Let's
queen
go.
across generations. So how did
That's
this
actually cool.
relationship between ants and fungus actually start? And how did it evolve over time into the different agricultural systems that we see today? Well, the fossil record has only given us some pieces of the story. Mainly because while we do have lots
Whoa.
of fossils of ants, many trapped in amber, they
Yeah,
can't easily
amber.
tell us how those ants actually lived. But there is some extremely rare fossil evidence of fungus farming in ancient Attine ants.
How,
in the form
dude?
of
Of
nests
fungus
that contain
farming?
traces of fungus filaments. But these are from relatively
That's cool.
recently, like around 5 to 10 million years ago. This means that to dig deeper into the origins of fungus farming in ants, we've had to find another way to study them. Enter the field of phylogenomics, or
Why are we going into Matrix-related imagery? Why is that about to happen? How is this? All right. How are we gonna make this work?
using genomic data to reconstruct an organism's evolutionary history. In a paper published in 2017, researchers at the Smithsonian tried to trace the history of fungus farming in ants across deep time using their genomes. They compared the DNA of
Using
more
their
than 100 different ant
genomes.
species from around the Western Hemisphere. Some that practiced higher agriculture, some that practiced lower agriculture, and some that didn't farm at all. By comparing their genetic relatedness
Holy
and how
moly.
long ago the different groups diverged from one another, based on the mutations that each lineage had accumulated, they could reconstruct their evolutionary family tree. And this revealed some intriguing clues about where, when, and why each agricultural system first evolved. The tree seemed to suggest that the Atini, which contains all of the fungus farming ant species, originally emerged in the rainforests of South America around 66 million years ago. And
Okay.
almost immediately, they diversified really quickly, radiating into many different groups. By 61 million years ago, they had established themselves as lower agriculturalists, full-time fungus farmers. And if this time period rings a bell, there's a good reason for that. This
It
was
does
the direct
not.
aftermath of the KPG mass extinction, with the asteroid and the volcanism and the end of the reign of the dinosaurs.
Okay,
Non-avian dinosaurs.
that's cool.
And the fact that the origin of fungus farming in ants lines up with a period of global ecological chaos is probably not a coincidence. After all, the impact must
I
have
guess
caused all kinds of
that makes
environmental
sense.
mayhem, including a sort of nuclear winter in which clouds of dust and ash blocked out sunlight. This would have been catastrophic for photosynthesizers like plants at the base of the food chain.
So then
and
you
for
need to make
species
your
that
own
rely on it.
fungus.
But fungi are decomposers, and they don't rely on sunlight for growth. So they might actually have thrived in
I
these conditions.
see.
The dark, humid, post-KPG world, filled with dead and decaying organisms, would have been a paradise for fungi. The earliest Attine ants, on the other hand, would have had a much harder time. Suddenly, foraging for food would have been a real challenge, at
Okay.
least above ground. So it's
This is
easy to
kinda cool.
imagine why Attine ants might have begun harnessing fungi as their sole food source. It's a stable and reliable crop that could grow underground, perfectly suited to the apocalypse. And this changed not just their lifestyle, but
just some classic little apocalypse food. No problem. No problem there. Holy moly, wires are getting crossed here. For some reason, the last bit of water I drank out of my water bottle before going in to refill it and get the apple and everything made my stomach feel weird. I don't know what that means. Hopefully that goes away when I eat this apple.
Elements of their biology too. Research has shown that attine ants lost the ability to produce an important amino acid called arginine very early on in their evolution. And ever since then, they've been totally reliant on fungi to get that amino acid. This may explain why we have yet to find a single example of an attine ant species that stopped farming. They literally can't survive without the crops. So while the evidence is kind of circumstantial, it's at least plausible that the devastation of the KPG was the catalyst for the first agricultural revolution in attine ants.
Why do they... You know, that'd probably be too much, but I was going to say, why do they need that specific... What was it? Was it an amino acid? I already forget. You know what? Never mind.
Foragers to farmers. But it wasn't until 30 million years later that one group of ants experienced their second agricultural revolution, transitioning from lower to higher agriculture. The researchers found the genetic signal of this transition at somewhere between 27 million to 31 million years ago in the early Oligocene epoch. This is when the group of ants that practice higher agriculture seems to have emerged and branched off from the other attines. And just like the ants' first agricultural revolution, the timing of this one matched up with a period of environmental upheaval. This was the aftermath of the terminal Eocene event.
What is that?
Took place, as the name suggests, at the end of the Eocene epoch, around 34 million years ago. For reasons we don't fully understand, the planet went through a period of global cooling at this time, which allowed drier, less humid habitats to expand. And some attine ants left the rainforests of South America for these drier habitats and brought their fungi with them, which may have spurred a radical shift in their relationship. After all, dry habitats are pretty inhospitable to fungi. So researchers think that in these new environments, the fungi became completely dependent on the ants for survival. They couldn't live outside of the well-tended, humid underground gardens of the ant colony. And over time, they became reproductively isolated from their free-living relatives, which had largely remained in the rainforests. This marked the switch from facultative to obligate symbiosis in the fungi, and from lower to higher agriculture in the ants. These fungi are now found only in higher attine ant colonies, and they've developed some specific adaptations in this fully domesticated existence. For example, they have nutrient-rich structures called ganglidia that can be efficiently harvested and eaten by the ants. These structures aren't seen in wild fungi or in lineages grown by ants that practice lower agriculture. And this relationship seems to have reached new heights in the leafcutter ants.
You know what's crazy is that all of this is like kind of nuts when you think about it. But then you zoom out and you're like, this is just some ants. This is just some ants. It's not even like every ant. This is like a very specific group of ants. And we know all this stuff. And there's so much we probably don't know.
Represented by around 50 species, which are widespread in South America, Central America, Mexico, and some southern parts of the US. And the researchers' analysis suggests that the leafcutters were the most recent group of higher agriculturalists to evolve, emerging around 18 to 19 million years ago. They have incredibly complex colonies with big fungal gardens and even
Dude, look how big these ones are. What the hell?
Sophisticated hygiene practices to protect their fungal crops from disease. Like there are certain areas of their nests where they leave their waste to keep it away from their gardens. And some ants even have bacteria on them that produce antimicrobial compounds, which help protect the fungus from pathogens. Kinda wish I had that. And unlike other attines, which usually just collect whatever dead plant and animal material they can find, leafcutter ants source only the finest, freshest biomass, cutting it straight off the plant.
Huh, yeah.
In fact, leafcutters go through so much plant material, they're considered the dominant herbivore of the neotropics, harvesting more total plant material than any other animal group. So in a way, the leafcutter ants have kind of brought
that's so much.
Fungus farming full circle. What may have started out as a way to survive without plants after the KPG mass extinction has now come all the way back around to depending on plants for the system to keep going. If the story of the attine ants tells us anything, is to never underestimate their ability to innovate over time. Through 60 million years of evolution, facing challenge after challenge in the form of global environmental change, the ants and their fungi adapted, adjusted, and thrived. If this got you itching for more ant content, then check out our episode, The Reign of the Hell Ants. Giant thanks to this month's
Giant
fungi
thanks. Oh my God.
eontologists. Annie Derrick Higgins, Chase Archambault.
I mean, Hell Ant does sound pretty interesting, but I think we can kind of get back to the games. But that was Eons. That was kind of an interesting one, for sure. Alright. Let me move some things back over. My stomach does not feel great. I don't know what happened. I still am gonna finish this apple. Because I know it wasn't the apple that started making me feel a little odd, but... it certainly is strange. Go poop? You know, when my stomach does feel weird, that is usually the strat I go with. Because it's usually the one that works. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I'm gonna do one round first. And then maybe. I'm gonna finish this anyway. I don't know if you're a banana eating guy, but if you are, does putting a banana in the fridge make it last longer? Because bananas get owned so quick in the summertime, it's kind of annoying. You know what I mean? I'd like to have a way to make them last a little longer in the summer. Alright, here we go. Green team? On the right side? Yep. Let's get it all. I'm coming for you, blue man. I'm out. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. It will, but banana skin will turn brown really fast. Oh. Don't do it. Don't. Yeah, that's right. Give up. Give up. Give up. That's right. Get out of here. No! Yes! Dude, that was so funny. Oh, don't mind me. Baited? Oh, what a move, dude. He thinks he can, but he can't. He thinks he can, but he can't. He thinks he can, but he can't. Get outplayed, dude. Just get outplayed. Go for someone else. Just admit it. Just admit it. Just admit it, dude. Holy moly. What a fucking gamer. What a fucking gamer. They say separating them and wrapping them in saran wraps helps. Okay. Okay. What do we got? Wait, what do you mean wrapping just the top part? Oh, so this level doesn't usually bode well. unfortunate. Stop bouncing off my head the wrong way. I know that's not where I'm supposed to go anyway, but while you play the long game, there you go. Alright, we got 3. Looking like they're going this. Oh, come on, glasses! You weren't even looking! You weren't even fucking looking, man. Alright, you timed that well. You timed it. Okay, that's not really what we want either. Well. Guy's gotten the best of me like 3 times. There we go. Big hit. Big hits. Big hits. Keep it alive. Keep it alive. No one's protecting there. Okay. Dive, 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 dive. We're in, we're in. Oh, God. Not like this. Not like this. All right, I kept 2. I kept 2. We're good, we're good, we're good. Just hold, just hold, just hold. 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds. Nice. Interesting. Really, doing that? Huh. I've never seen that in my life. That's a cool strat if it works. Kinda, I don't particularly like how wasteful it looks, but... Okay, Jinx time. Jinx time. Diddle-doo, 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 diddle-doo. It's stressful being a non-jinxed player, I'll say that. There's no one over here. I don't mind chilling here. Okay, we got an even trade-off here. Getting a little busy. Getting a little busy. Guys, coming after me though. Get blocked. We are winning, but that could change any moment here. Could change on a dime. Oh, the shimmies, the shimmies, the shimmies. Huge. I'm the last one alive. Oh! Oh, no, 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 no! Guys, please. I'm begging you. Please win the round. Please win the round. I can't. Oh! my god! How? How did I do that? Are you kidding? The Great Escape. Oh my god. Whew. Fucking heart attacks, kid. Jesus. God damn. Whew. This is what we play for. Unlock the Golden Guy achievement. Alright, I only have to get to one more finals and then I got it all. Oh yeah, like actual achievement? Yeah, I don't know. A good question. Question. This is crown rank. That's that rank. Good question. I don't know. I'm feeling a bit better now. It's still like, but not so much that I feel the need to immediately go into a, the bathroom yet. Dude, I've had some clutch fucking performances. Some clutch defense in soccer. 2 baskets, I think which was either 2 out of 3 or 2 out of 2 for the team for basketball. And then that one, although the other team also did well. Their last guy was alive for a long time too. I don't know how I didn't. There was 2 times where I don't know how I did not get grabbed. It was nuts. I don't know what music you would put to the background of that one, but you need just like Mission Impossible maybe or something. But that one, damn. Hello, Blue Man. Yeah, all right. I'll cut you off. Hello. All right, other guy got it. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, alright, well played, well played. Yellow knows what they're doing. I'm changing direction, I'm going somewhere else. He actually knows what he's doing. I should be chasing someone that's bad. Look on the down, look downwards. Holy shit, yellow team is owning? I got it. We got a tie ball game? Never mind, I lost for our team. Alright, you know what? It's fine, because I clutched in the last one. It's alright, it's alright. These things happen. I'd rather choke in the first round and clutch in the last round. Much rather. Than clutch in the first round and choke in the last round. I think you'd ask anyone. I think 9 out of 10 doctors. Dentist even, maybe. Maybe even 10 out of 10 dentists. I don't know. There could be one freak, though. There could be one freak into that sort of thing. Need to get to the finals one more time. We're gonna celebrate it. Oh yeah, alright. One more time, we're gonna celebrate it. Oh yeah, alright. One more time, you got me ready to be celebrated, dance with me. Does he know? Does he know? He knows, he knows, he knows. Alright, he knows. Yoink. Right. Guy's coming. Hello. Kind of surprised I got out of that one. I'm hiding behind the pole. Got some free real estate over here. Blue guys coming this way. Green team, we're killing it though. Just in time for us to lose it all at the end. Alright, no, we're living, we're living. Oh, tie game, fuck. Alright, we're living, we're living. Oh shit. Why is it still gotta be overtime? Am I still being chased? No. Somebody, please. There we go. Jeez. Now that I think about it, the last round where I did lose, there were only 4 tails in total, which is not normal. Usually there's 8. 2 for each team. Wonder why that was different that time. Oopsie daisy. Okay. Alright, alright. This is hoopable. Not basketball hoops, just whatever you call these hoops. Doodle 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 doodle. Posture check. Alright, well I'm not getting that one, so I should be going for this one. There we go. Look back up here for an opportunity. Not worried about it. Here we go. I'm doing my job. I haven't done anything crazy, but I'm doing my job. I'll get one of these. Get me one of those. Kinda gonna miss? He is. Very good, very good. Red team's killing it. I'll take this. I'll take this. Check the other side. Hello. Ooh, little double? Little double action? Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I'm not gonna get there in time, right? No way. He missed? I hit it. It was a goal. That's gotta feel. That's gotta feel rough. Oh, that's actually too far on the other side, huh? Oh, I thought you guys had it. My bad. I got it. Damn, I actually... Usually I feel like there's not enough stuff spawning in the middle for me to farm, but I've gotten some good ones. Oh, I fucked up his jump with the little grab. What a gamer. I mean, 55, come on. Alright, that means this is, no matter what happens, I'm done. I got it all. I think we're going to a finals, and then that's it. Achievements all done. Took like an hour. We started 6:30-ish, maybe? Right? Somewhere around there, I think. 6:20, 6:30, 6:40, somewhere in that range. Oh shit, soccer time. I'm probably gonna go to the bathroom again after this. And then either could do Multiversus, could do SAP, could do chat about stuff and watch a video or something. I'm going on offense. Big speed, and wait for the kick out. I'm ready. Send it back. Holy moly, go for it. Stay up there. I'll chill back here. You got it. Oh, what a whiff. Right. Apparently maybe I should have stayed. Alright, get a little dribble. That's fine. This guy is a little questionable. Oh, that's gonna go in? No, defended, okay. Locked. I'm the goalie right now. This guy in the middle is... Alright, you know what? He's standing open for an open ball. We're gonna get a goal? Alright, here we go. Time for defense. They're mixing them up. Good. Cross. Keep going. Right side. There you go. I got eyes on two balls here. Okay, I got it. Cut the angle. That's a little unlucky, but we got blocks. He messed up. We're blocking. We got two coming in. This is hotly contested. I kick out. Defense, boys. Defense. 1 second. We got it. Let's go. It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning. The great Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious. There it is, baby. There it is. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. Collect. Claim that. Game is lagging. I mean, that's it. That's all we need. The 1 year anniversary is started. You get a free Pokemon every day for 5 days or something, but you have to log in every day. I already logged in at past 8 o'clock yesterday, so that counts to today until 8 o'clock. So I don't think I need to go back in here. I'm gonna put this to sleep. I'm gonna go to the bathroom like I said. And then we'll figure out what we're doing after.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible.
Wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, RPB. How were we feeling? My neck. It's fucking... I also don't even feel that cool in this room, even though it's the with AC. Your nose is running. That's not good. That's good. Why is your nose running? You couldn't catch it? Refrigerator. Okay. You sneezed 3 times. Alright, well that kind of makes sense then. Are you a multi-sneezer? It seems there are some people that when they sneeze, they have to sneeze in like 2s or 3s. I'm just a single sneezer usually. Like I don't. It's very rare for me to have a sneeze and then a follow-up sneeze. Some people always sneeze with a follow-up sneeze, or even 2 follow-up sneezes. I actually don't remember. I can't remember a time that I've ever had a double sneeze. I remember a time I had a double sneeze. I definitely had a time where I like sneezed and then maybe like 30, somewhat reasonably later, but also not that long later had a second follow-up. But I'm talking about the people that are like chew, like pretty much always. Because there are people like that. Those double dirty sneezes. Oh, so I had an idea for something to do. It's really dumb, but I also think it would be funny. Not now, I think you would need some setup, but hear me out.
Okay, so you know in Tetris 99, right? When I do the double T-spin, where it's like you have it and then you tuck it under and it clears 2 rows in Tetris 99 and it's like a good move and stuff. I was thinking, what if I tried to pull off a double T-spin? I think, so the way that I think this would work is that you just drop a piece down and then it just falls down straight, right? But what if I then like had it and did like a shake of it? I feel like there's a world where it could happen, but I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. I'm just saying that could be funny. I would have to open it before I try to do it on stream, but it would be funny. Or to record it, rather. Hello, Vicious. So what you've missed so far, Vicious, is we talked about stuff for a long time. Not a long time, but a while. I don't know. But if it's like, if you, like, just like by shimmying it maybe or something, I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to look at it closer, but I'm just saying, like, if it's possible, that would be funny to try to do. You'd have to, like, in my mind, like, assuming that there's a way that it would work, you'd have to, like, go upwards to kind of, like, take gravity off, and then do, like, a shimmy sideways to have it try and turn. It would be nuts. And basically completely RNG. Yo, what's up? Yo, what's up, guys? Here, it's me. We did Fall Guys. There's a summer Fall Guys event, and I just finished it moments ago. So, we were about to attempt to play another game. And it was actually really easy. But I did have one. There was some funny rounds in there. There were some good moments. I was thinking potentially we could Multiversus. I was gonna say that was probably one of the higher options to be doing. And then beyond that, beyond that I don't know, but maybe that's a good time to try it. Now where's the wire? I found it. Becoming pro Fall Guy gamer. I don't know if I would go that far. I don't think I would go that far, but just finished modding the May flash you ordered. My fingers felt super raw because they were sweaty and some screws plugs were super tight. Oh yeah. When you have to like really kind of squeeze to like yeah. I know it. I feel it. I pick up what you're putting down. Comprende. I don't know why I said that. Alright. I'm pretty sure I have to close Discord in order to launch this game for RAM purposes. So, I'm gonna do that. Wait for that to happen. And then see if I can do this thing. Offline, yes. M. U. Multiversus. Play. Alright, let's see if my computer dies. If the computer completely dies. I'm sure the music will get paused, but that's exciting though. So you got it all done and ready? I mean, okay, so I remember seeing someone sharing a link about a song from that collection that's apparently a banger, but I hadn't had the time to listen to it. Your hands kind of hurt, so you can't play test yet. That makes sense too. That makes sense too. I feel like the webcam is foggy, but it might just be that because I don't have the light pointed at myself. I don't know. Or it could be that the focus is out of focus, which happens a lot. That happens a lot. Let's see. It's kind of fine-ish. It's kind of whatever-ish. I think I just don't want to point it at myself. What is the stream title? Great question. Oh, you want me to answer the question? Well, at first, I was just gonna do FG plus MV. Which I feel like you can figure out what that means. But then I thought it would be funny if I just kept adding two-letter acronyms. Or not necessarily even acronyms. Because easy is, you know, the word easy. LZ can be whatever you want it to be. FG and MV should be able to be figured out. And I thought, yeah, I just thought it would be a title. Instead of just saying, like, I'm playing this and that today. It'd make someone go, what's that stream title supposed to mean? And then maybe click into it. And then leave after 2 seconds, because that's kind of how that goes. That's fair. So, what I would tell you is to figure out what the first two stand for. First, before I say the rest. I think the first two are easy to figure out. Multiversus is loading, by the way. Why I'm just standing here. Fall Guys plus, yes. Multiversus. You got it. So, yes. Because that was kind of what I was expecting today was going to be. So, Modern Warfare. So, I was like, alright. I could just write Fall Guys and then Multiversus later. Or I could do FG plus MV. And then I went a step further and said, what if I just kept adding two letters things after those? And then people would keep asking. And multiple people have asked. I think 3 people have asked. So, clearly it's working. In my mind, they all stand for something. But it might be better if I just don't say what they all stand for. The engagement hack has streamers mobbing. This simple tip made people lose their mind. BuzzFeed says, Kotaku. Holy moly, the game is attempting to load. I think what happens is that it tries to sync my account state. And it's doing that in the high quality. And then it realizes that all my settings are supposed to be low. And then it changes them to low, but it takes a while or something to do it in the first. Yeah, because like what happens, if I could share my screen when that happens, it has a screen that says, like, syncing account state. And it's like Superman, and he's looking all cool. And then when it gets close to finishing, all of a sudden it becomes a blurry JPEG. And that's when I know, okay, they realize I'm supposed to be on low settings. And then, and then it loads. That's kind of how it works. I think I might be able to show it now. Because I tried once and it failed. And now, oh, I was too late. I was too late. I can't hear anything. Oh, it's because I had all this. I lowered all the audio yesterday. I did play a bit, a very little amount yesterday. As you can see, I have some golden things. How does one unlock? How much does it cost to unlock? 2,000! Alright. So I watched a bit of Mango streaming last night as well, before bed. He was playing a lot of Harley. And he did something that made me feel dumb. And I was like, wait, what? So let me try to see if this is... He did a thing with Harley that I was saying I, for some reason, couldn't do, and it felt wrong, and then my instinct about it being wrong was correct. But that happened after I played, so I didn't have time to actually try it until... Okay, so this move. That's what I'm trying to do. See how it's like fast falling every time? You can do it. No. You can do it where like you're not really fast falling like that. But I, for some reason, cannot get that to happen. I did it once so far. Nope. What does he do it? You could do it and then like have it turn. Like she can like turn it sideways. How the fuck do you do it? I didn't even know that could charge. Are these matches online? I mean, this is a training room thing. Like, I don't... How did this... Is there like a sensitivity on my stick or something? Hold on. I gotta look away for 20 seconds. But you could do that down aerial, kind of stay in the air, not immediately fall, and then you can like aim it left or right. But for some reason, it won't let me do that. And I don't know if that's my controller or if that's me being bad or what. But I'm sort of tempted to at some point maybe try a different controller and see. The nice thing about using the Xbox One controller, the Xbox controller, is that the game kind of recognizes everything. I think if I put in the GameCube controller, it would maybe have some trouble and I would have to like map things and stuff maybe. I'm not sure. I kind of almost like do a slow... Is a slow mode possible? I don't know. I've done it once this whole time. There it is. Okay. You see how I floated? But then how do you aim it after? Is my question. Wait, do I... Huh? Okay. How do I turn it afterward? You can turn it. I know you can turn it. I saw Mango do this multiple times. Oh, you see that one? That was kind of nice. I'm getting the timing a little bit better, but it seems really strict. And I think that's controller related. But I also still don't understand how I'm supposed to aim it. Feels like that doesn't make sense. Maybe it'll say it here. Okay, charge a signature. Which one's in the air? Air. Charge and fire a boxing glove projectile down. Does have additional high speed in there? Okay. That does not answer my question. I wonder if it's like... What's that? Oh, that button. That's that button. I was pressing the triggers to see which one they do. So the L button is also the same as the Y button. The right trigger is the same as X. Or the right bumper is... Right trigger is the same as dodge. The D-pad is... Oh wait, wait a second. Oh, you could use the right stick to do that every time. That's so much easier. I still don't understand how you aim it. You're supposed to be able to aim it. Pretty sure. No, I'm like 100%. That's way better. So the right stick is like the C stick, which I guess maybe I should have assumed that.
Dude, you're a terrible doctor.
Ooh, look at the dash dancing. Fastball aerials. Okay. I have a couple of things now. Receive an extra jump after hitting an enemy in the air. I guess I can't really tell because he's jumping. Ooh. Alright, I suppose. Training, right? Like, probably tired of that. Although I still don't know how I'm supposed to aim that move. Kind of annoying, because I know you can do it. There's the sneeze, speaking of. Speaking of sneezes. Fastball, aerial combat, spike, dodge. I doubt it's gonna tell us in this, but... Thank you. I'll check. Yes, we know this. Yes. Oh, what? You see the DI one. Something I haven't really paid attention to in this game. Knockback influence. You can rotate your knockback angle 3 degrees in either direction. Hold down or up. Oh, so here I want to hold up. Okay, alright. I get it. I get it. Great job. On your initial knockback, you may have more or less influence. Players knocked upwards have more capability. For some reason, you couldn't clear the Wonder Woman up smash one for that. Hold down and left. I feel like I'm close, but I wonder if this is a controller issue, where like it's not giving me the down left that I need. Well, that alright, the down right definitely worked. You can tell that, okay. I feel like it's just not giving me the down left angle I need. Maybe just hold left. Yeah, I feel like it's not. Hold up. Yeah, so like it's definitely doing something, but it seems like it's not hold down and left. Weird. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Seems strange. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's try some normal 1v1.
Choose your
While I try to build up more points.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Equip a new icon. Okay, alright. Oh, I should change the thing to Multiversus, probably. Probably doesn't matter too much. X. Let's go.
Prepare yourself.
Alright. I expect to lose 1v1. But we'll see.
Don't forget to stretch.
Good crunch.
I feel like that should not have hit me.
Somebody call a doctor.
Okay. What?
Match point. Red team.
That's kind of bullshit.
Okay, who's the creep that did that?
He's just mashing. That's not the button I'm pressing, dude. That was neutral Y. Of course, armor move. Okay, dodge. Alright, just face to the right for no reason. Yeah, alright. Just random forward smash, basically. Alright, alright, alright. Warm up game, warm up game, warm up game. It's fine, it's fine.
Suicide clown now? Play again? Let's
Just
go!
like most things, it's early on in the game. It's not easy to play defense or punish things yet because you don't know how to do it. It's the frustrating part of playing a new game. I get it. I get it.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Doesn't mean it's still not frustrating, but I understand why it's happening. I understand why it's happening. Fucking Shaggy. I gotta slow it down. That stage is a little small though, so also I probably should just swing the hammer a bit more. Kinda kept mixing up that move with the sideways gun. For some reason. Best thing to do is to slow it down early on.
Hope you're like ready for pain, man.
I feel like that shouldn't have hit, but alright. The random side Bs, of course. That should not have hit, though. Okay, hit me with that one. All right, sure. Punish. He just did double Shoryuken. Pretty random. Okay. Just puts out the knee. I feel like that shouldn't have killed me, but maybe.
Coming for you now.
Yeah, alright.
Point. Blue team.
Hey, that's not funny.
Random forward smash, sure. Okay. He's just swinging. He's just swinging.
You'll feel this one in the morning.
Literally just swinging.
Crowd goes nuts.
Ooh. Oh, barely missed. Yeah, that's gonna kill me. I can't believe my up air didn't hit him when he was literally right there. Feel like that one should have hit. That like middle of the end there where it just literally was swinging and running at me. I'd like to have that one back. I'd like to have that one back. I'd like to have that one back.
Choose your character.
Equip a new profile icon for my career page. Sure. Check mark. Equip a new ring out for my collection page. Is that even a thing that I have? Whatever, we can do that after. I do kind of have to pee again, but maybe after this match. I bet I look so stupid. I don't like playing games like this where I actually need to focus because I know my face just looks like this. And it's embarrassing. Sometimes the mouth gets over.
Prepare yourself.
Look like a fucking idiot. Idiot.
Oh my god, look at you. What a weirdo. Look out below.
Okay, what the fuck are you doing? Alright. Oh. I don't know what that does.
Special delivery.
Fucking stupid ass move. Dude, I even knew he was gonna do it and I still got hit. That's a classic new game move. He's just standing in my face. I feel like he's trolling. Get a shot.
Blue team. Gotta snap back into action. Do a kickflip.
Okay, somehow we're just missing everything.
Down the hatch.
Oh, wrong move. Ouch.
Giddy up.
What is that? What is that move? What do I even do?
Red team.
Why can he move that while he's down airing?
You got insurance, right?
Dodged. Surprised that did not. Dodge the down B. Or whatever the Kirby Rock looking move is. It felt like they were trolling because it felt like they would get in my face and crouch a bunch, but then they just kept doing weird things. I don't know. It was weird.
Continue. Choose your character.
I'm cute. I'm fun. I'm gonna.
The team mode I do think is probably more interesting because there's some really cool ways that abilities gets mixed together. It seems like that Rain Dog character, for example, Mango was teaming with Plup, I think, and they were doing some wacky stuff with that character.
Yourself.
2,000? A lot of gold to have to unlock a character. I guess it's probably not, but it feels like a lot because I have none.
Why did Harley come alone? Why don't you come over and find out?
James Baxter.
That hurt. God.
Oh, the anti-airs. Okay. Holy moly. Nagging this guy. Okay.
Point. Blue team. Wow, that was dark.
Ooh, that was a big charge.
Got this for ya.
Oh, I almost got the follow-up. Ouch. Oh, spiked him down.
Victory.
Nice. They did not seem particularly great,
Huh? What was that?
so I'm not gonna act like I did anything too crazy there.
Hungry.
Oh, did they give me gold? It's a Harley thing. Okay, you know what? Maybe I am. How much gold do I have now? I was just mashing. Hey there.
Choose your character.
Oh, I have 2,000 now. All right, you know what? It's not so bad. I'm gonna go pee real quick. So yeah.
We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for your call. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you. We know your time is valuable. Thank you for holding. Someone will be with you as soon as possible.
Whew. It's weird, even though I'm in room with AC, and this was before even playing this game, I was kind of feeling toasty. I don't, it might just because of the light. So, unsure. I think one thing about this game that wait, what did they want me to do again? Bring out from my collection. Where does one change the ring out? Ring out. I mean, there's only one I can change it to, so I guess I do that so that I get the thing. Flex. Very cool. And so I guess what I would say is that it's not like Smash where like, oh, I see a Marth character, I know what they're gonna do. It's like every character, I don't really know what they do. I feel as though I need to watch a video. What? I feel as though, wait, what? What do you mean, thanks for playing? I'm hitting the wrong button. Weird. I feel as though I need to watch like some guy that has gone through on YouTube and done like a little 4-minute or 2-minute thing on each character and what they can do. Because I feel there's got to be someone out there that's done a video, right? I'm probably gonna lose. Look, they got all these things. Harley's side, ground, and air special becomes dodges.
Prepare yourself.
My mic sounds like it's far away. Cable is not fully plugged in. Should be. On OBS, it looks like the level's the same.
This hammer ain't just for show, Toots.
I'm the red, I'm the blue one. Okay.
And they call me a clown. That looked like it hurt. God, stop, Grace.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Gotcha, nerd. You got insurance, right?
Match point. Blue team.
Ow, that friggin' hurts, you know?
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Match point. Red team.
Okay, who's the creep that did that? Hope you like it. Gotcha, nerd. That looked like it hurt.
Okay, okay.
Oh, wrong way. How did that not hit?
These clowns are getting hit. You got insurance, right? Bam!
Ooh, nice.
You got a screw loose, pal.
Oh, read the jump. Ooh. Oh, I was almost ready for it, but I messed up. I got. You don't have much room to run. Let's go. It could have been me looking away, Marker, maybe doing like a look away, and then kind of talking away from the mic.
That's another one for Harley, and the crowd goes wild.
Rematch?
Would be my guess of why it maybe sounded different. Did they rematch or no? I think they didn't. They didn't want the smoke?
Choose your character.
Or did they? I can't tell. I don't know.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I think they left after then. What the hell does Velma do? We're in trouble. Velma spawns with one piece of evidence already collected.
Prepare yourself.
I feel like I'm gonna lose. Just a hunch. Just a hunch.
Tie your own shoes when I'm done with you. Hope you like it. That looked like it hurt.
What the hell?
Works like a charm.
Ooh, I just missed. Wait, why is her brain getting big? What is going on? What? Bro, what is happening? I think I gotta get up inside her face. What the fuck was that move? I don't know what's happening.
Hope you like it.
Why does she do that much damage?
Red team.
Or she did so much knockback?
Ow, that sucks. Batter up.
like don't know what's happening.
Crowd goes nuts.
Jesus Christ.
Blue team.
No biggie. Bam. Watch your heads. Here's the wind-up.
She always goes towards the middle is what I'm learning. She always goes to the opposite side. They're just running the whole time,
Like it hurts.
so I can read where they're going. Well, they shouldn't have died there from that part, but I still have no clue what was happening. But I was able to start getting readings on their movement on the last stock there. I think that was pretty obvious to tell that I was starting to get where they were going. Not really understanding what they were doing, but
Let's go. Choose your character.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I think the platforms were kind of good for me. I don't know how I would dodge that laser beam move. Oh, they changed characters. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not a fan of this character.
Prepare yourself.
Velma seems interesting. I just don't know what it is that she's doing, but seems like a kind of cool character, like uniqueness wise. Here we go.
Who's ready for a
Kind of a small stage.
me? This cookie coming out.
Kind of annoying that none of those hit.
What's this?
Oh, I almost got the combo there.
That hurt. Sorry about
You like that? You like that? Okay. Okay, okay. Nice.
You got a screw loose, pal.
Nay and stop.
Oh, I missed it. Really?
Match point.
Really?
Red team.
Ow, that friggin' hurts, you know?
Thank you.
Match point. Blue team. Holy barf. Hate that.
Gotcha, nerd!
That doesn't hit apparently. Oh, really surprised that that hit. Okay, they're getting nervous. Okay, okay. Ooh.
Bam, dude.
Okay, okay.
Victory.
That DI was ugly. Which part?
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a Harley main, it's more like there's only 4 characters I can play right now, so... And she seems the most... To me, she seems like the one that's the best against people that are just mashing. Oh, the first KO? Yeah, I agree. I think, but yeah, I think the...
Choose your
Being able to set up those bombs and stuff, I'm getting a little bit better at it, and I think it's good against playing against, like, people that are just mashing. Where I don't think I'd be able to do that with Shaggy. I mean, maybe with Taz if you spam Tornado against it, but I don't know. And then Wonder Woman, maybe you could do it too, because you, like, put on shield and you let them run into you with a hit and then counter it, but... I do technically have enough money now to buy a character, but it would be one single character, and I don't know who I would get yet, so... This banner, can't do any of them. This thing, oh, alright, I guess none of them. Wrong button. Oh, I pressed B too many times.
Choose your
I do think the 2v2 mode is more fun, but I don't really feel like playing with a random teammate right now. I'm still getting still plenty of things to learn. Another Velma, huh? Ooh, I have a new thing now. My invulnerability window is that. Maybe tomorrow or Sunday? Maybe.
prepare.
I don't think I'm gonna play tomorrow. But maybe Sunday. Although you might be wanting to try your stick at that point, but... Also, hey Havens. Havens, have you gotten this yet? Or are you not getting it?
Just give up now.
Oh no, you said you were getting it. Okay. Just using that running move. Or that's just her running? Give me the last hit for the ignite. Thank you. Kill the evidence. The thing saved me.
And they call me a clown.
Ooh, you like that little combo with the explosion?
These clowns are getting hit. That looked like
Need one more hit for the fire.
Match point. Blue team.
No biggie. Tumbling time.
One more, one more. There we go, the ignite. Just reading the movement like crazy.
OMG. Got stomped, grape.
Ooh, wrong move. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, wrong way.
Love it. That looked like it hurt. Gotcha, nerd.
Victory!
I'll try it tomorrow. I think the other Velma I faced against
I'm
was
more
better.
proud of my doctorate, but this is good too.
Okay.
Not gonna teabag.
Choose your character.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I don't want to put these on. So that thing where she put ice on the ground was in. I don't think the other one did that. That was new to me.
Prepare yourselves.
But she wasn't doing that laser beam thing that the other one was doing. I'm saying she, even just because of the character, even though the player may or may not be that. But I have no right to teabag. I am also a noob.
Why don't you come over and find out?
Oh, she dodged the explosion. That's kind of crazy.
Here's the wind-up. This'll be fun.
Oh, wrong way. The hammer was going the wrong way. Oh, that hammer was so close. Oh, I'm surprised that hit. Oh, that was supposed to be the up air. Oh, just out of range. Okay, that's me not knowing the spacing yet.
The crowd goes nuts.
Match point. Blue team.
Okay.
Got this for ya.
Got the ignite.
Stay right. Gotcha, nerd.
Oh, that would have been cool, but they played nicely there. Get around it.
Okay, who's the creep that did that?
was facing the wrong way. Ooh, nice.
Victory!
Do the Y pose. That was, this one was like the opposite of the other one. The other one kept running away, and this one kept running into me. I feel like they're supposed to do the running away, doing whatever weird Velma evidence thing they're supposed to do. But they're probably still learning the character. Granted, I don't know what their character really does either. Maybe one or two more here.
Don't worry, I'm a professional.
I don't know what level I need to unlock the big square, but whatever, this person's gonna have it. Oh, I have it now. Well, I have one of them. Hardly can aim the dirt. That's the thing I was talking about the whole time. No wonder I couldn't do it. It's literally a perk.
Prepare yourself!
That seems good. They have better stuff, so they're... Or we can say that as an excuse before we go in. A little pre-excuse work.
Ooh, you've been
Okay, which one am I?
Hope so.
I'm the left one. Holy shit, they're a pro.
Pummeling time.
Holy shit. Nice.
Got this for ya.
Ooh. That still blew me up from there? I was so high up.
Okay, who's the creep that did that? Whoop,
That's a nice little combo.
the way.
Yeah, they know a little more tricksies than me.
About your face.
Nice. I'm still very much not in the lead, but
You now.
I pressed the dodge button there, but it didn't attack instead. But I'm telling you, I pressed dodge. No, this is good learning. He did something. I feel like I need to like run it back understanding wise what they did. But it was something where they did a down move and immediately was able to do an like the up after it on the ground.
Choose your character.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Just you wait and see.
No, this is good. This might be the one to end on. They're playing on an X-Bone, huh? What is the ground special? I know what the side specials.
Prepare yourself.
What those are. Alright, here we go. I don't like this stage. Oh, nice dodge. Ooh, nice.
Hope you like it.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Match
That
point.
saved me.
Blue team.
Yeah, baby, you hit like a girl.
Oh, okay.
Pummeling time.
Oh, they got me, they got me.
Match point. Red team.
Not nice, not cool.
Oh, snipe.
Victory.
We go into a game 3, fellas. We go into a game 3.
See? Told ya, hun.
Continue.
For all the marbles. Wait, they left? They left on a 1-on-1? They got scared? Okay.
Choose.
They got scared, dude. Holy moly. Imagine that. They got scared and ran. Ooh. Am I dangerous? Am I dangerous? Holy moly. I think that's the one to end it on. Even though I don't get the satisfaction of the 2 out of 3, I mean, still, that was I mean, they got scared. They didn't repeat. I went for the rematch. Trying to turn on music, but closing the game has lagged everything else, so I can't actually do anything for a moment. But yeah, it is toasty in here with the light on and whatnot, even with the AC on, which tells you a lot. But you know, the game is still interesting. I still think doubles would be better. All right, I can do music now. Do this one. Nice little end of streamer music. I don't know. I kind of want to try to figure out how to do the title dungeon. There's also the Medu story. I don't know if I should just record that off stream. Maybe that's something I could do, or I could just save it for Monday. So those are two things I want to do. The next video I want to do that isn't the Medu story would be the DK song ranking, which I like have imported, but I haven't started it because I've been working on the coding thing that I've been doing, which is also pretty close to being done. I started working on the sub attribute ordering section of it today. I think I have an idea of how that's gonna go. Like, I kind of wrote some notes, like planning out how it's gonna look, but I think I can make that happen. It's weird because I have been enjoying. I think no more Fall Guys Sunday, that's for sure. I did at the event, that's fine. I don't think I would want to do a stream of 100% Multiversus the whole time. Maybe, I don't know. Probably not. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Who knows, maybe there ends up being some Unite, perhaps, but I haven't really. I don't think I've actually played like a new game during July, right? I feel like it's just been all like Mario Maker, Unity games, Fall Guys, you know, whatever, which is fine. I've been enjoying it, but usually I try to throw in like a. Saying an actual game is weird because all of them are real games, but I suppose I mean more of like a full singular experience, but either way. Try to stay cool in this heat because it is hot, and I'll see you next time. Peace!